Principe Umberto, 1909 to 1916. Principe Umberto, Part 1, Origin and Construction. In 1907, Principe Umberto's keel was laid down in Palermo, Italy. On March 31, 1908, Principe Umberto was launched. The ship had a length of 145 meters. In April of 1909, construction of Principe Umberto was completed. Principe Umberto was built for the Italian shipping line Navigazione Generale Italiana. Principe Umberto was one of 3 ships of her class. Her 2 sisters were Re Vittorio and Regina Elena. Principe Umberto and her sisters were built to replace the company's antiquated ships. At the time of their completions, Principe Umberto and her sisters were considered to be the most luxurious Italian liners ever built. Principe Umberto, Part 2, Early Career. On May 13, 1909, Principe Umberto commenced her maiden voyage. Although not much is known about Principe Umberto's early career, the ship sailed between several Mediterranean and Black Sea ports. Other times, the ship made passenger trips to North and South America. Throughout Principe Umberto's civilian career, nothing much eventful happened. However, her uneventful career would soon come to an abrupt end. Principe Umberto, Part 3, First World War. On July 28, 1914, the First World War broke out in Europe. On May 23, 1915, Italy declared war on Austria-Hungary. Afterwards, Principe Umberto was requisitioned by the Italian government to assist with the war effort. Principe Umberto was converted into an armed merchant cruiser and was refitted to be capable of transporting thousands of troops. The ship was also equipped with onboard deck guns to defend herself against potential U-boat attacks. Little did anybody know that this would not be enough to save Principe Umberto. Principe Umberto, Part 4, Final Voyage. On June 8, 1916, at approximately 7 p.m., Principe Umberto departed Vlorë, Albania, bound for Italy. On board Principe Umberto during this mission were approximately 2,820 troops and crew members. Principe Umberto performed this mission in a convoy with 8 other ships. At 8:40 p.m. that day, the convoy was spotted by the Austro-Hungarian U-boat U-5. Principe Umberto, being significantly larger than the other ships of the convoy, caught U-5's attention. U-5 secretly followed Principe Umberto until the U-boat got a good fix of the target. On June 8, 1916, at 8:54 p.m., U-5 fired 2 torpedoes towards Principe Umberto. Principe Umberto, Part 5. Sinking of Principe Umberto. On June 8, 1916, at 8:55 p.m., one of the 2 torpedoes struck Principe Umberto. The torpedo struck midship, where all of the ship's boilers were located. At 8:58 p.m., Principe Umberto's boilers blew up. At 9 p.m., Principe Umberto sent out a distress message explaining the situation that was unfolding on board. Shortly afterwards, all electrical power was lost. Principe Umberto then broke into 2 pieces due to the damage the ship had sustained midship. Because the ship broke into 2 pieces and was sinking at a rapid rate, it became difficult for thousands of troops located deep within the ship to make their way onto the deck. On June 8, 1916, at 9:11 p.m., Principe Umberto disappeared beneath the Adriatic Sea. Of the approximate 2,820 troops and crew members on board, approximately 1,930 of them were lost. Despite there being 8 ships in the convoy, due to confusion and fearing that other U-boats were lurking in the area, rescue operations were delayed by 45 minutes. For these reasons, only 890 survivors were pulled from the sea. The sinking of Principe Umberto remains the greatest loss of life at sea on board a single ship during the First World War. Rest in peace to all those who lost their lives 109 years ago during the sinking of Principe Umberto on June 8, 1916. May they never be forgotten.